What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video I'm going to be doing another upgrades prediction. These videos get received quite well, so I'm going to keep doing them, and I haven't done one of these in a while, so it will be a little bit of a long one. First of all, before this video starts, I need to clear this up. I am making this video under the assumption that 2K are going to do the exact same thing this year with their ratings as they did last year, which is have maybe 4 or 5 max sapphires, no player over 85 overall, have maybe 10, 15 emeralds, and then the rest gold, silver, bronzes. Obviously, there's a lot of players you might think, oh, they should definitely be sapphires, but if they're not in the top 5 players in the league, they probably won't be, in my opinion. And for people saying that everyone should be upgraded to an emerald, I think they're going to keep maximum 20 emeralds. So unless they're a superstar or a star in the league, they're not going to be an emerald. So you might think a lot of my upgrades are a little bit harsh, but I think there's going to be a lot of 79 overall golds, just like there was last year. First up, we have got Dennis Schroder, who this season got the starting point guard spot from Jeff Teague, and was actually my pre-season prediction for most improved player. He wasn't in the final three, but for the majority of the year, he was kind of in the conversation. Dennis Schroder started off last year as a 74 overall silver card, but this year averaged 17.9 points per game, which is really good, as well as 6.3 assists while shooting 45% from the field, a career high. I think that Dennis Schroder is more than likely going to end up as a gold, but I think it's going to be a low rated gold. I'm going to guess 76 for Dennis Schroder. I think that Dennis Schroder should be a 76 overall. You might be saying, oh, why is he so low? But again, that's at the level of a point guard, like a little bit lower than Goran Dragic, but around that level. That's what I have him as. Next up, we have got one of my favourite players, and possibly most improved player, either him or Giannis, and it is Nikola Jokic. Jokic had a great season last year. He started off NBA 2K18 as a 74 overall and actually ended up with a 96 overall diamond. Jokic is one of the best all-around centers in the NBA and showed flashes of that in his rookie year. In his rookie year, he averaged 10 points per game, 2.5 assists per game, and 7 rebounds per game, which was decent, considering he only played 21.7 minutes per game, not that many minutes. He looked like he was going to be a good center, but no one thought he was going to be this good this quick. Nikola Jokic actually went from averaging 10 points to averaging 16.7 points, but he also got 9.8 rebounds per game and nearly 5 assists per game, which is insane considering the fact that he played less than 28 minutes per game. Because of the season that Jokic had, I think that he's going to be upgraded to a gold as well, and I think that he will be upgraded to a 78 overall gold. Yes, 78. A lot of people are going to be saying, why isn't he higher? Why isn't he an emerald? And then other people are going to be like, who's Nikola Jokic? But yeah, I think he will be upgraded to a 78 overall gold, around the same rating as Hassan Whiteside, DeAndre Jordan, people like that. He's one of the better centers in the NBA, but I wouldn't put him on the level of Karl Anthony Towns right now, to be honest, and I think Towns will be maybe 2 ratings higher than that. But I think that Jokic did have a really good year last year, will be a 78 to start the year, and we'll get a ton of moments cards again, and will probably end up as a diamond in NBA 2K18. Next up, we have got Otto Porter Jr, the player who looked like he was going to be a bust out of the 2013 draft. He was actually considered to be the most NBA ready prospect and a guarantee to be like a decent NBA player. He was basically considered a sure thing and gonna slot right into the Washington Wizards when he came into the NBA. But it took him a couple of years. In his rookie year, he averaged 2.1 points, then 6, then he had a great season last year averaging 11.6 points per game, and that gave him a 73 overall silver card. This season, however, he pushed that average up to 13.4 points per game and actually was one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, shooting 43.4% from 3. And he also shot over 50% from the field, which is really good. For that reason, I think they're going to give Otto Porter a 76 overall gold. Yep, 76. I think that's a fair rating because he did have a really solid year. While nothing spectacular, I think he does deserve to be a low rated gold and probably higher than Michael Kidd-Gilchrist was this year. Next up, we have got Bradley Beal from the Washington Wizards. Beal had a good 2015-2016 season, averaging 17.4 points per game and also shooting 38% from 3. That was good enough to give Bradley Beal a gold card. In the 2016-2017 season, he pushed up his 3-point percentage to 40, shot nearly 4% better from the field, shooting 48%, and pushed his points per game up nearly 6, averaging 23.1 points per game, which is a big jump from his 17.4 the year before. For that reason, I think they're going to give Bradley Beal a 79 overall gold. Yep, 79. They could give him an 80 emerald, but I think 79 overall gold is what they're going to give to Bradley Beal. And also, this season the Wizards were way better than they were the year before, and Beal was a big reason for that. Beal and Wall are now one of the best backcourts in the NBA, and definitely one of the best young backcourts in the NBA, and who knows, maybe in 3 or 4 years they might be able to dethrone the Cavs when LeBron's basically on his last legs, who knows. But next up we have got one of the most hyped prospects of all time. The player that they thought the year before he was drafted he was going to be the next LeBron, and it's Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins started off this year as a 77 overall gold. He got that card because he averaged 20.7 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 2 assists per game, and shot 46% from the field, but didn't shoot well from 3, like 30% is not great. So Andrew Wiggins had a great offensive year the year before. This year he was just better. The Timberwolves were slightly better, but Andrew Wiggins as a player was better. He shot 45.2% from the field, a little bit worse than he did the year before, but picked up his 3-point percentage up to 35.6, and his effective field goal percentage was higher than the year before. But this year he averaged 23.6 points per game, which is nearly 3 points per game higher than he did the year before. He also averaged a career high in assists, 2.3, which still isn't great, but it's better. And he averaged 4 rebounds per game. One thing that I've noticed by looking at his stats, every year in the league he's averaged the exact same steals. He's averaged 1 dead, the exact same steals, and pretty much the exact same turnovers. 2.2 turnovers per game and 2.3 turnovers per game in his last year. So he basically has averaged the exact same amount of turnovers and the exact same amount of steals every single year in the league. So he's definitely a model of consistency in those things. But after this season, I think they're going to give Andrew Wiggins a 79 overall gold card. Yes, a 79. I wouldn't put him at the emerald level just yet. Not just yet. I think he will definitely have an early moments card, but I wouldn't put him at emerald just yet because I think emerald is really stars, and while he's a great player, he hasn't really established himself as a star yet, especially considering the fact that the Timberwolves still aren't a great team in the NBA. Next up, we have got Jimmy Butler, who started off this year as an 80 overall emerald. Last season he averaged 20.9 points per game, shooting 45% from the field, 83% from the line, and also got 4.8 assists and 5.3 rebounds per game. However, this season he averaged 23.9 points per game, nearly a whole 3 points per game higher than he did the year before. He also averaged 1.9 steals, which is a little bit up from the year before, less fouls per game, also averaged nearly an entire assist and rebound per game more than he did the year before. So he just did everything better. And for that reason, I think they're going to give him an 82 overall emerald. Yes, 82. While you might be saying he should be higher, I think that an upgrade of 2 is good. I think an upgrade of 2 is what he's going to get, and that puts him probably around the same level as someone like a Giannis, maybe 1 rating lower, but I think he will be definitely upgraded, and I think that it's going to be to an 82 overall. And last up, we have got the player that is probably going to win Finals MVP. I'm recording this before I'm going away, so he could have possibly won Finals MVP before this video is out, and it's Kevin Durant. Hopefully, LeBron has brought this back and it's not a sweep. Hopefully. But I'm assuming Kevin Durant is going to win Finals MVP. And either way, through the first 3 games of the Finals, Kevin Durant has proved himself to be the second best player in the world and to not be that far off LeBron James. Even though Kevin Durant's stats all went down, he only averaged 25.1 points per game, but his field goal percentage went up to 53.7. His 3-point percentage actually went down. He was shooting more open shots, but actually his percentage was lower this year with the Golden State Warriors. But he had a much more efficient season, became a much better defender. And for that reason, especially because he really performed in the playoffs, Kevin Durant has shown in these playoffs, especially in the finals, that he's capable of leading a team to an NBA championship, and he's probably going to be the best player on an NBA championship winning team. For that reason, I think they're going to give him the exact same rating as LeBron James, an 85 overall. I think Kevin Durant is going to be an 85 overall, which I think is going to be the top they're going to give any player. I think they're not going to give any rubies. I don't even think they're going to give an 86 overall sapphire if they keep it as it is. 85 overall is my prediction, and I predict that Kevin Durant is going to be an 85 overall, up there at the top with LeBron James and his former teammate Russell Westbrook. So anyway, that's the video. If you think there's any other players that should be upgraded, leave it in the comments. I will probably be making maybe 2 or 3 more of these before NBA 2K18. Then we'll do a lot of other different types of predictions. So anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.